Did you know that a severe drought in Panama is threatening the Panama Canal, one of the most crucial waterways in the world? With global shipping lanes facing unparalleled challenges, Mexico is creating a bold new solution: the Istmo of Tehuantepec's Interoceanic corridor. This project aims to create a 188-mile rail corridor that could offer a faster and more efficient path for transporting goods between the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean. But can Mexico's ambitious project really replace the Panama Canal, or is it just another lofty dream? Let's find out. Let's look into one of the most spectacular feats of engineering in the 20th century, the Panama Canal. Now owned and operated by the Republic of Panama, this log-type canal is one of the most vital links in the world, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The Panama Canal is approximately 40 miles wide, stretching from one shoreline to the next, or 50 miles from deep water in the Atlantic to deep water in the Pacific. The Panama Canal, one of the most important waterways in the world, was completed in August 1914. Now, get this. At that time, a staggering 27,000 workers died while constructing it. Could that happen today, a project with such tragic human costs and infrastructure development? It's a grim reminder of the harrowing difficulties it has encountered. But why is the Panama Canal so important? Before it was built, vessels navigating from east to west coasts of the Americas had to make the grueling journey around the southern tip of South America at Cape Horn. This detour involved approximately 8,000 nautical miles more in travel and an extra 2 months of journeying. By constructing the Panama Canal, maritime voyages were flipped around by cutting down travel by distance and time. This led to not only lower fuel costs with a reduction in carbon emissions, but also reduced shipping rates, thus affecting economies of different parts of the world. However, the canal isn't without its challenges. Since early 2023, Panama has been gripped by a severe drought, the worst since the 1950s. The driest October ever in decades was October 2023, as downpours were 43% less than its historical average. The last 2 years are the driest in history. This has restricted ship movements through the canal, as dozens of ships gained a minimal transit of 24 per day. Typically, hundreds use the canal daily. These current restrictions were set until April 2024. We can only wonder if the situation has changed. In 2023, the number of ship passages had already decreased by 30% by year's end. These disruptions have already forced some ships to seek alternative routes. Given that the Panama Canal handles 5% of global shipping, any disturbance here has ripple effects on the global supply chain. Delayed shipments, increased fuel usage, and subsequent GDP losses are some of the consequences the world is experiencing. Adding to the complexity, the Red Sea's political events also affect global shipping routes. Now, here's where Mexico comes in. With the ongoing drought at the Panama Canal, conflicts in the Red Sea, and other global routes hampering free trade, Mexico has been presented with a golden opportunity. It is the $2.8 billion Istmo of Tehuantepec Interoceanic corridor. This ambitious project is transforming the Istmo of Tehuantepec in southern Mexico into a 188-mile-long rail corridor to provide a short route from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean. One that will, by 2023, handle up to 1.4 million 20-foot equivalent units per year. The project is bound to give new life to the Istmo of Tehuantepec as one of the top trading centers in the world. Interestingly, a coast-to-coast passage through the region is not a new concept. In the 16th century, the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés already imagined one for the movement of people and materials. However, most schemes were never built, and one primitive early link across the region was abandoned once the Panama Canal opened in 1914. The first modern connection started successively in 2020 under the government of President Andrés Manuel López Obrador across Mexican land from coast to coast. This will also lay a solid economic floor in the region by creating 800 direct and 2,400 indirect jobs. Moreover, the corridor aims to create a logistics hub that combines various transportation modes, including rail, road, and maritime. This integration is designed to streamline cargo handling, storage, and distribution processes while offering an overland route through Mexico for certain periods. The CIIT project placed itself, interestingly, as a new alternative for the traditional routes of the Panama-Suez canals, leveraging an extraordinary geographic opportunity to make Mexico the very heart of logistics not only for North America, but for the global economy. However, the success of the project depends on technological investments. The technology at the ports of Coatzacoalcos and Salina Cruz and the railways must be modern and able to handle and transport a huge number of containers in order to avoid bottlenecks and thus permit the ports to operate with timely movement. After all, nothing of this sort can be done without the cooperation of the government and the private sector. With insight, Mexico's CITT project is set to change the complexion of global shipping routes, offering a resilient source due to the challenges faced by traditional pathways. While Mexican authorities are optimistic about the CIIT's prospects, global logistics operators remain skeptical about its ability to replace or even compete with the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal currently handles about 14,000 vessels and 8 million TEUs annually. One primary concern is the comparative length of the routes. The Panama Canal is approximately 50 miles long, whereas the railroad from the Pacific to the Gulf of Mexico spans around 200 miles. This longer distance presents significant logistical challenges. Another issue is the capacity of the rail corridor to move large volumes of containers efficiently. The ports at either end of the corridor must have the appropriate infrastructure to handle the loading and unloading of these containers. This infrastructure is crucial to the CIIT's success and its ability to serve as a viable alternative to the Panama Canal. Despite these challenges, some experts believe that the CIIT project could provide a valuable alternative during global disruptions or droughts. For it to become a viable complement to the Panama Canal, there needs to be significant cooperation and investment in technology, infrastructure, and planning. This includes coordination with the Panama Canal and Mexican railroad authorities, origin and destination ports, and ocean liners. There's also a call for more cooperation between shippers and global port facilities. Diversifying routes and using intermodal transportation, such as docking ships in Long Beach and moving cargo by rail to Houston, could enhance the viability and efficiency of ports like Houston. Achieving this requires all stakeholders to work together, aiming for a more efficient, faster, and profitable solution for global trade routes. So, as we wrap up, one question remains. Could the CIIT truly revolutionize global shipping, or will it face insurmountable hurdles? Do you think Mexico's CIIT can live up to its promise, or is it too ambitious to succeed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Megalith channel for more insights into revolutionary megaprojects around the world.